Okay, well, we're moving right along here, and now we're on Windows. Okay, so when doing Windows, first of all, I go to the LIB template, right? Copy and paste, right? So that it's its own separate line item, separate from all the other line items. Then I go into construction. Then I have Windows, right? Then I open up my Windows program, and I'm ready to start. Now, I like to do a little research, especially if you're not familiar with the area or the pricing. Now, in Grand Junction right now, they do not have an in-home consultation, but you can get a free consultation in a lot of other areas, which I would recommend. And then, of course, shop online, install your own Windows. Let's shop online. This will give us an idea of window costs. So you have, casement windows, double hung, single hung, um, all your variables, sliding, shaped windows, skylights, everything you could want. So let's just go to double hung, a little higher end, and you can see the prices, okay? Gives you the size. This one's 57 by 30, so it's nice and, nice and tall. This one's 32 by 46, so on and so forth. So you can actually go in, get your sizes, and get a pretty close approximation of your size and what it'll cost. Your size and what it'll cost. Now you don't necessarily just need to do double hung. You can do, you can also do the frame. It can be wood. So on the higher end product, it's going to be wood and not vinyl. Wood and not vinyl. Window use type, replacement, or new construction, depending, right? And then you can put your width and heights over here to get a pricing of your exact window, okay? Your exact window. So we'll go back over here. Windows are priced. So we have literally 11 windows. Now, one of them is a bay window in the living room, which means it's bigger than a 4x4, right? If it's larger than a 4x4, pardon me, we want to go ahead and charge anywhere from $500 to $1,200. We would like to err on the side of caution. So let's say $1,200 during this dream budget, right? And then the other ones are going to be right around $500, so that means we're at $6,200. $6,200 is going to be too much. It's almost double the budget that we're working on. So I'm going to do 500 here, and then I'm going to do 250 for all the rest. So it'd be 3,000 plus 600 install, which is basically $50 per window. $50 per window, which is about right. It should be $50 or less per window. I'm going to erase the skylight and the egress. So I'm going to do this. Labor, 11 windows, 1 hour per, right? So that's $275. $275. Now materials. We have one $500 window. All the rest, all the other 10 are going to be just standard size windows, which, go back here. Let's see what our 3 foot by 2 foot sliding doors, sliding windows. Let's go back one. So the sliding windows that we had, let's go shop windows. Here's the sliding windows. Okay. Because this is what's going in the bedroom. So I'm just going to double click here. We have sliding windows. We're literally looking for the 36. I think we had 36. I think that was our window size. So our window sizes in the bedrooms is literally 35.5 by 25.5. Okay, or 20, I'm sorry, 23.5. So here's our choices. There's 108, a little nicer, right? Double hung. This one has some of the screens in it for, a little more fancy, right? Colors, and you have some separators in there, and then you have the cheap ones for 70, just the straight vinyl. And then of course you have the sliders here that have colors and everything else. So those are a little pricey for us. They're $250 plus the install, remember, which is $50. So we're just basic white, real easy. That's all we're looking for. So we can literally pick up the materials for $108 plus, right, our fasteners, caulking, everything else. So I'm going to go back here. Materials, I'm going to do 10 at $150. And that'll be $1,500. 10 at $150 is $1,500 plus one big bay window right at $500, or living room, plus install. So labor install, we're going to do 50 per window, and then the big window is 100, so that'd be 500, 600, right? 600, and then our materials. Expendables. We'll just put, say, 25. That's your caulking, everything else, right? Expendables. So don't forget your caulking, don't forget screws, stuff like that. Okay, so we're at 150, so it's 1,500 plus 500, right? That's $2,025 total for materials. And we're done. All right, so that's where we're at. Windows, let's see here. So 2025, labor 600, 2,625. Think we can get it done for that? I think so. All right. So I hope this has been pretty easy. We'll go through our pictures again. But here's your windows, right? So it's literally 36 this way and 24 this way, basically. We have all those windows. And then we have this one big bay window. And the reason why we're 500 is because we could piece it out with 3 smaller windows. And let's say it's 150 per. That's $500, right? We have these windows back here. So those all add up. There's 2 more of those, 2 more of those. So there ends up being 10 of them as you refer to the plans. But just make sure you get all your windows in. I would charge a minimum of $50 for the install per, and go up from there if it's an involved install or if it's larger than the 4x4. Hope it's been informative. We'll see you on the next one.